6 years in Phoenix. You had a great 6 years there. Why was this the right time and the right place for you?
Man, I'm getting old. Don't say I've been in the league for 6 years. Woo!
That's hard to believe, actually.
I know it flies by, but to be honest, I learned so much out in Phoenix. I was really blessed to have some really great teammates. You get to learn from the GOAT, Diana Taurasi. You've had a lot of people going in and out of that program. They've won championships, and so there's just a lot to learn. And I think that when this opportunity came about, when I first heard about it, I was so excited. Like I just knew that it was my time to get outside my comfort zone. The style of play that you guys are playing here, that Stephanie is going to bring here, it's run and gun. It's shooters. It's emotion and offense. And so my eyes lit up like a Christmas tree. So
we're gonna break this down because this is gonna be a long interview. First off, every time I hear Sophie speak, she's super excited. Super excited. Like, she has a joy. I'm telling you, I keep on expressing this. She has a new spark. Like, I know if I've been in the same college or I've been in the same league, same team for 5 years, then I get to go over. Like, look at Klay Thompson. I get to go over to a new team and just I have a different love for the game again. I got a different joy for it. It's not the same routine. So I can see that for her, but also we're going to talk about the offense too.
I learned so much from championships, and so there's just a lot to learn. When I first heard about it, I was the style of play that you guys are playing here, that Stephanie is going to bring here.
That's what I want to talk about, the style of play. She keeps mentioning the style of play, right? So a lot of you guys know Cunningham from the Mercury as more of a aggressive player, a Marina Mabrey type. Like, she's very protective of her teammates. She's real to herself. Like, she's real loud. She's a good defender. She can run. She has endurance. She's aggressive. She can shoot the three. But if you look at the Phoenix, if you look at the Mercury and you look at that lineup they have, Sophie Cunningham wasn't a number one option there. She wasn't a number two option. She wasn't a number three option. And she really falls into the 4 or 5 option on that team, if we're being honest. So with this team here with the Indiana Fever, I'm not saying she's going to come here and be the number 1, number 2 option. But she's going to fit an offense more likely like this. That's going to play extremely fast with a fast point guard. See, this is why Caitlin Clark is so important. Let me break this down for you guys, right? This is why I love point guards like Russell Westbrook, really fast point guards. Lonzo Ball, LaMelo Ball, get the ball out your hands, go. Court vision, and can put that shit on you with a split cow, okay? So, here we go. Caitlin Clark, when you have a point guard like Caitlin Clark, who's running, who can rebound and look up, so now you don't have to worry about rebounding as much. They're going to go get their rebounds. Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hall, DeWanna Bonner, all those girls are going to go get those rebounds. But at the same time, they're going to be trained to, hey, you have a point guard who is active around the rim as well. She likes to get the pass and go. That's going to be perfect for Sophie Cunningham. She has endurance like nobody else. She's in shape. She's up and down the court all day long. So for her, she's going to get easy points easily by just leaking out. Leak outs. Then you have a Caitlin Clark coming down the court. She's so damn fast. This offense is going to be so fast and so much pressure on you. You're not even going to be able to get in a defensive set. You're scrambled. You're lost. You're done. You're cooked. Fried. It's over for you guys. I'm telling you now. Even if Kelsey Mitchell, that's worse. She's faster. The defense, when they play the Indiana Fever, is going to be looking lost. So back to my point. You have a Caitlin Clark dribbling up the court fast. You have a leaker like Sophie Cunningham. What did we see from Lexi Hall last year? When she got the minutes, she was streaking, getting those outlets, finishing at the rim, playing defense, hyping up the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Getting locked in. That was her best season I've seen in the league. What else was she doing? She knows her role. You go to that corner pocket, and you got Caitlin Clark. You have Kelsey Mitchell. So now I'm the 3. I'm sliding down. I'm knocking threes down. Shh. Nobody's paying attention to me. They're worried about Caitlin Clark. They're trying to double and face guard Caitlin Clark. They're worried about the pick and roll with AB. I'm in the corner by myself. I'm splacking down. Sophie Cunningham is a better shooter than Lexi Hall. Sophie Cunningham is a known three-point shooter. Her stats will show that. She will have a much better opportunity with this Indiana Fever offense to score the basketball. 100%. 100%. So, let's continue here. I know, the passion comes out of me. Here we go with the espresso shots. First video of the day. By the way, I hope everyone's doing well. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Let's get to the video.
It's run and gun.
Let's go.
It's shooters. It's emotion offense. And so my eyes lit up like a Christmas tree. So when I just kind of heard what they were doing, and of course you have Caitlin, who's drawn eyes from all around the world. That was like, why would I not? Why not be a part of something great? You go from Diana, and now you're going to a team who is going to be a contender for a championship. And so I'm stoked about this year. I'm really excited for the players, but I'm also excited just for the community and the relationship and the culture that you guys have here.
I remember having a conversation with our color analyst, the great Debbie Antonelli, and we were talking about you when you guys were here last year and about how you would be such a great fit for what the Fever are building and the type of player that they need. I'm sure you see it that way. What do you think your fit is here with the Fever?
I just outwork people. I'm the ultimate competitor. I'm a fierce competitor. I'm a little bit sassy sometimes, which people don't like, but I love. My teammates always love. And to be honest, I spread the court. Like I can shoot the ball. And when you have playmakers who are quick, who are great passers with Kelsey Mitchell too, it lets them do their thing. And then the defense draws in and you're just ready to shoot. And so, I think that I'll bring a lot to this team, but at the end of the day, I want to be a good leader. I want to be a great teammate. I want to bring the culture piece and make sure our egos are put aside and that we're all in here to win. And I think that's going to be pretty easy with the group that we have. We're going to be a phenomenal group. I'm excited for all the other pieces that came in this offseason with me. And so when I really see what I can do here, I'm confident in that, but I really am just excited for the big picture of what everyone brings to this.
I'm going to be honest. I got a lot to say just off this clip. One, we just broke some of that down. But two, Sophie Cunningham is going to take over when it comes to the media. Sophie Cunningham will be in the media room a lot. This girl right here, I've never really watched her do interviews besides recently. Very fluent, very nice smile, highly IQ basketball. She's talking just what we talked about. She can spread the floor. She's not here to, whatever the case is, she's here to be sassy. She's here to work hard. She's here to push you guys. She's here to be a leader. She knows she can knock down shots. And she just said, we got playmakers. My role is going to be easy. Look for me in the corner. Look, I'm going to rotate and I'm going to be ready to shoot the ball. I know we're going to have great rebounders in DeWanna Bonner, Natasha Howard, Aaliyah Boston, Turner. I know we're going to have that. I just got to play my role. I got to be that. She's going to be the energizer of the team, guys. This is Sophie Cunningham. She's going to be that, let's go, wake the fuck up. It's now. She says, every interview, she goes, I'm about it. She's about it. Turn up. See, I'm already fired up. I'm ready for the season. Sophie right here, I'm telling you now, she is going to be the energizer spark to this team, the locker room, everyone getting along, the chemistry. She's going to be that icebreaker. Sophie right here. This is the one. This is the one. I'm telling you, she's going to have a breakout season too. And when I say breakout, I'm not saying she's going to go average 20 points. But that 8 points she averaged, I expect 12. 11, 12. It's going to go up, maybe 10.5. It's going to go up though. She's going to have more opportunities here with this offense is the point. It's fast. We got playmakers. We have different rotations because she's so versatile. If she's not hitting her threes, she's the shit. She might be the best defender on the team. Her and DeWanna Bonner. For sure. She might be one of the best defenders on the team. Her, Lexi Hall, and DeWanna Bonner. For sure. So if you want to run that small lineup, we could say it again. Natasha Howard at the 5. DB at the 4. Sophie at the 3. Mitchell at the 2. CC22 2.0 at the 1. So this could go plenty ways. She's going to get opportunities. She knows Coach Stephanie White very well. Their chemistry is very well. She wants to play for her. She's going to play hard. She's got the best point guard. She has this team around her. She could feel the energy, and they're championship ready. The last video we did, what did we say? It already feels like family. Look how she's getting treated. This is not just her. This is how Indiana Fever fans treat her. Our players. This is how Caitlin Clark fans treat their players. Right? Sophie Cunningham, you don't think it's good to wake up and be like, oh my God, my jersey release, guys, go ahead and all your family be like, whoa, 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 what happened? I can't get them. They're gone. They're sold out. They're gone. There's no more. There's no more number 8 Cunningham jerseys besides an extra small, and I'm sure by now it is gone. It's gone. You don't think that makes her feel good? She's going to come perform. I'm telling you, she's locked in. She's been in the gym. She's going hard. Watch this.
Team.
You've played a few games against Caitlin. What do you anticipate it's going to be like playing with her, getting passes from her, how she can free you up?
Yeah, to be honest, I've played in a motion offense my whole life, outside of kind of Phoenix. It was more one-on-one and let people do their thing. And if you're open, you're open. Where I like to move. I like to run. I like to dribble and kick. You know what I mean? And so when you see Caitlin, when you see Aaliyah Boston, she's a great passer. Kelsey Mitchell's a great passer. That if you move and you make the great cut, you're going to get the ball. And I think that just helps everybody, free up. And so I like to run. I kind of get the name Forrest Gump sometimes. And I'm like, hey, if you guys want to call me, that's fine. I'll beat you down the court every time. But I really am just excited for the style of play and what I can bring to the table for this team.
When you look at this roster from a perimeter shooting perspective, yourself, of course, Caitlin, Kelsey Mitchell, DeWanna Bonner, I mean, it feels like there is real weapons in place to be dominant around the three-point line.
Yeah.
Is that how you see it?
Absolutely. I mean, anytime you can get more of your teammates being able to shoot the ball at a high percentage from the three-point line, I mean, defenses don't know what to do, because if you come out on us, then we're also going to go right by you. And so for me, I'm biting at the bit. I'm ready for our team to get here. I'm ready for training camp to get here. I just am excited to get started. But I do think that's why we're turning heads. I think the DeWanna Bonner piece was a huge piece that I think surprised a lot of people. Can't forget about Natasha Howard. Right. Been talking to her for a couple years about being teammates, and so it's fun that we're both here now. And I think that she brings a very versatile 4 who can also shoot the 3-ball.
Let's go back to your rookie year at Phoenix. I'm sure the whole WNBA experience is hitting you as a rookie, but you've got
talking to her for a couple years, surprised a lot of people. I do think that's why we're turning heads. I think the DeWanna Bonner piece was a huge piece that I think surprised a lot of people. Can't forget about Natasha Howard. Been talking to her for a couple years about being teammates, and so it's fun that we're both here now. And I think that she brings a very versatile 4 who can also shoot the 3-ball.
Let's go back.
So chemistry already with Natasha Howard, DB. This is a great front office move. I know we spoke about it, but this is just tremendous job by the front office. Like, there's not another piece out there right now that we could think of and be like, oh no, it's going to be a better fit for energy, chemistry. And you just heard her say, man, she likes to run the floor. Every girl that we got, they like to run the floor. They could spread the floor. They could all shoot the ball. This is like a little mini Celtics team, bro. They could all shoot the ball. They could all run. You heard what Sophie said. I didn't like the offense. She didn't say I didn't like it, but she was in an offense where there was kind of stagnant one-on-one play. She has a point guard. She has girls all on the team who can assist the ball. All she has to do is be creative on the basketball court. She doesn't need the ball in her hand. She's going to go make plays. She wants to cut. She wants to slash. She wants to backdoor. She wants to come off a pick. She wants to be set in the corner for 3 balls. She wants to be ready to shoot. There's so many different looks, and I love what she's saying. Call me Forrest Gump, whatever. I'm beating you down the court. If we look to Iowa, this is why I love watching Iowa now, because they beat people up and down the court. That's their style of play. And then they could kill you with the 3-ball. And then they could go crazy with the inside game as well. But their bread and butter is beat our opponents down the court. Don't let the defense get set. When you have a point guard like Caitlin Clark, it's going to take a while to adjust to her game. It's not Caitlin Clark adjusting to your game. You have to adjust to Caitlin Clark. Adjust to that speed. Her speed's a little different. And now you got the buff swole Caitlin Clark 2.0. Up and down the court. I just can't wait for the season, man. But you got to be ready to play with Caitlin Clark. It's going to take some time, so that's why I'm happy they're getting a full training camp, but they're going to have to get some real game reps because Caitlin Clark's speed is a little different. And once that all comes together, unstoppable.
To your rookie year at Phoenix, I'm sure the whole WNBA experience is hitting you as a rookie, but you've got one of the ultimate veterans on your team in DeWanna Bonner, who now, just a few years later, you're reuniting with. What do you anticipate that's going to be like?
Man, we're excited. You know, to be honest, we've been texting a lot. I think my rookie year, there's just a lot of stuff going on in people's personal lives and Phoenix as a whole, and so it's kind of a rough year for everybody. But at the end of the day, she's a champion. She knows her stuff. She's an elite scorer. She has an elite mentality, and so for me to kind of know what I can do in the league now and have my feet underneath me, and be able just to have that confidence. I just think we're at different areas in our career for the better. And so for us to finally come back together, her still scoring at such a high elite level, me still learning from her, I think it's going to be really cool for the rookies and the younger classmen to really kind of learn how champions work. Like, what is their mentality? How are they in the weight room and the training room and all that type of stuff. And so for me, I'm super excited that me and DB are back being teammates. Like I said, we've been texting quite a bit. We're both excited to get up here. And seriously, I think we're both going to enjoy where we're at in our career, but also we're really looking forward to turning heads in the league where we won a championship. I know she's kind of getting up there in age, and so I know she wants another one. I want my first one. I know the other people around us want one as well. And so I just think that where everyone's mind's at is in a really good spot.
Well, you were talking about earlier in this.
Everyone's mind is championship. You heard it. It's championship. I've heard Sophie speak on championship shit 4 or 5 times, like since she's been speaking as an Indiana Fever. Maybe more than that. Their mind is on a championship, bro. And that's what it has to go into. That's what the mindset has to go into the training camp. You know what I'm saying? Like when Caitlin Clark came out of Iowa with that team, those girls, Kelsey Mitchell, everybody on the team last year, they weren't even thinking playoffs. They weren't even thinking. So the mentality already wasn't a winning mentality. It had to shift after they could be like, and they played like shit at the beginning of the season. Then their confidence probably went way down. But guess what? Things started to switch as they started winning games. Now they're like, hold on. We could beat these teams. Then that playoff mentality switched, but it was too late. They didn't have enough. It was too late. Imagine what is going to happen when you have veterans championship experience with a championship coach with experience. Then you have a Caitlin Clark 2.0, and now you're going into the season with championship mentality off day one. Not just, and it has to do with everyone. When you walk in the facility, the trainers, the recovery people, anybody, the nutritionist, all coaches, assistant coaches, weight room strength and conditioning coaches, Keith Porter, film coaches, the mentality needs to be championship. They need to have an organization sit down. We are here to win a championship this year. Whether that's 100 people, I'm talking about everyone involved. Social media team, whoever runs their YouTube accounts, whoever runs their meeting, center court of Gamebridge, because that's where they're going to win the championship this year. Well, actually, I don't know if that's... Let me continue with my motivational speech. You know what I'm saying? So, as I was saying, everybody has to be locked in is my point. Everybody has to be locked in. Everybody. We all have a role. If we can execute our role to the highest level, trainers, staffing, conditioning, all you guys, bus drivers, flight attendants, hey, and we'll do our part as an individual, and then we'll come together. It's championship team, bro.
Interview about wanting to
It's done.
be a leader. Do you kind of view yourself maybe in a couple of different camps? Because on one hand, correct, you are still young and in this league.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you have had playoff experience. You have been to a finals. You know what this is like. You feel like you kind of come at this from a couple different angles.
So to kind of come into something that's refreshing, that people's minds are just wanting to win. People are willing to work hard. It's a younger group. And so to me, that's refreshing. And now you just have to put all the puzzle pieces together, but you need someone to do that. And so I do know that I'm not old, but I'm also not young. So I'm kind of in that middle group. I still have a lot to learn, and I want to be a sponge. I want to continue to learn and continue to grow. But I also think that I had Diana to take me under her wing, and who better else to teach you the ropes in the W than Diana Taurasi. And so for me to come in here knowing what I've been taught, I kind of want to spread it around, especially with how talented this group is. I'm just excited to kind of maybe be that calm piece when it needs to be calm, that feisty, sassy, stick up for my teammates when it needs to be that. And so just kind of reading the room and, whatever the team needs that day, being able to provide.
Watching you,
I'm gonna tell you what, she's Sophie's mentioned a couple times now. She is going to be sassy. And you got to remember, she did play under Diana Taurasi, who was the most sassiest in the league. Diana Taurasi, and everybody knows that. So expect, bro, don't let Caitlin Clark get no sassiness like this. Because I already saw a couple clips last year with the Seattle Storm, and she was battling with the Phoenix, the Connecticut Sun. I've seen some clips. Caitlin Clark isn't no push, hey, she will get in your shit. But if she could get a fiery mentality like Sophie, shit, that would be a problem. But besides all that, look, now Caitlin Clark and the rest of the girls, Aaliyah Bossi and whoever was kind of backing down away from the smoke, as we would call it on the basketball court, Sophie Cunningham is there to soak all that up. She's ready for all that. Sophie Cunningham is ready for all of it, and so is DeWanna Bonner. DeWanna Bonner's not playing none of that. She'll get in your shit too. So, very excited for that. Like I keep saying, Natasha Howard, she's a sweetheart, but I don't even want to. She look like she's going to get in your shit, period.
play, if there's a word that comes to mind, it's maybe passionate or fiery, or your words, feisty. I mean, your emotions show when you play. How do you feel like that translates to your team? Because it seems like, at least watching you from afar, that has the ability to kind of permeate everybody else on the floor.
Yeah, you know what? I never really known why that is, but I know that I've had that effect on my teammates. And I think that is a total blessing to like know that whatever you bring to the table, like your teammates are gonna rise to the occasion and match that energy. And so for me, I think I'm just a naturally kind of like happy, go lucky, go with the flow type person. And so when it comes to being on the court, you know, I really am. I'm spicy, I'm fiery, I'm the ultimate competitor, and I'm really just trying to do whatever it takes for my team to win. A lot of people have a lot to say about it, but honestly, any teammate that you've asked that maybe had opinions about me before, once for teammates like, oh, like we love you as a team. I'm like, duh, I'm not a mean person. But to be honest, I think that it could be a game changer. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna
lie, I gotta run that part back. That was funny. But she's right, man. It always happens like that. You never want a Sophie. You never want to play against a Sophie. You want a Sophie, like a girl like Sophie, you want her on your team. A Marina Mabry who could get with you and get feisty, you want her on your team. You got to have like a Dylan Brooks. You got to have a Draymond Green. You got to have a Russell Westbrook. You got to have a Marcus Smart, Desmond Bain. You got to have those type players. And Sophie's one of those players. Oh, we love you. You're on our team. Oh, you could go after anybody who tries to mess with us. That's your responsibility. Go handle that. And she's gonna do it. She's gonna be excited to go do it. Like she lives for this shit. She's talking about it.
And so when it comes to being on the court, you know, I really am. I'm spicy, I'm fiery, I'm the ultimate competitor, and I'm really just trying to do whatever it takes for my team to win. A lot of people have a lot to say about it, but honestly, any teammate that you've asked that maybe had opinions about me before, once for teammates like, oh, like we love you as a team. I'm like, duh, I'm not a mean person. But to be honest, I think that it could be a game changer. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna hit my threes. I'm gonna do all that, but just from a young age, my parents were like, go be the hardest worker. Don't let anyone outwork you, but also enjoy it. Like you work your tail off. So when it's time to play a game, go laugh, go smile, go yell if you want to, go be passionate. I think it's more and more seen and said that it's okay to be a girl, but also go out there and kind of have a feisty mentality, and it's okay to sweat and it's okay to yell and kind of, you know, have that grit about you. And so I've never had to try. It's just kind of who I am. And so I'm excited to kind of bring that energy to this arena.
We've been talking a lot about all.
Told you. Sophie's going to be that energizer. She's going to be that one. You know that meme where she be at? She's going to be that energizer. I'm telling you. I love it.
Offense, but it seems like where
I love
that
it.
can really be beneficial and powerful is on the defensive end of the floor, something I know you pride yourself in. This is a team that has made it very clear they want to make strides defensively here this year. How helpful do you think your style and your playing ability can be in improving the defense?
I joke around that people say I'm 3-and-D, which I've never really considered myself a defensive player. But I think the past couple of years, I have been. I've been able to get my body right. I've been able to bang down low and hold my own. And so I just think when you can get players who are versatile on not only the offensive end, but the defensive end, that's where you win your championships. That's where you make a statement. And so I'm excited to kind of get down and start working hard on the defensive end. I think as a team, we all have to kind of have that mentality, especially if we're trying to get to where we want to go. But I don't know. I think that my length causes some issues sometimes. With the bigger people, I can get into their knees just because I kind of have that strength. But for me, I think that's an area where I could actually improve on. Like, it's funny to me that people are like, "Oh, she can play some defense." I'm like, "Oh, I mean, I struggle with that." I know Stephanie White's going to be on me about, getting better in that area. But for me, that's an exciting thing. A big shot is a great energizer. A great pass is a great energizer. But when you can get 3 stops in a row and you get the crowd into it and you frustrate the other team, like that's the toughest stuff that I like.
You brought up
Different mentality than some of the girls on the Indiana Fever currently. Got to have a little bit of everything. Obviously, she just said, Coach Stephanie White's going to be on me about my defense. She knows. So the mentality already in the season's not even till 3-4 months. She's already prepared to lock in on the defensive side. Defense leads the offense. She's going to take pride in being that defender. I know I keep stopping, but bro, one, she's killing this interview, which I like. I like that every Indiana Fever girl knows how to handle themselves as professional in an interview. Isn't that crazy? Every single Indiana Fever player so far has held himself as a true professional in every single way. I love their interviews. Very responsible, very respectful, very knowledgeable about the game. Bring some joy to it. Bring a smile. Bring your personality. Don't gotta be too hard. You know what I'm saying? Bring your personality. Be you. So I love it.
versatility. And in Phoenix, at times it would seem like you were guarding the opposing point guard, and then the next night you're playing some small ball 4.
Yeah.
How beneficial is that going to be able to bring that versatility here?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I think any team that you can have players 1 through honestly 5 who can get the ball and go, I think that's just huge. You don't allow the defense to set up. You allow Caitlin to get off the ball a little bit and go do her thing as a 2. DB bringing the ball up, that's going to cause a lot of issues with her height and the way she shoots the ball. And so for me, if I get it, we're going. Like, we're running and gunning. And I know that we're all kind of on the same page about the offense that we want to run and whatnot. And so I just think the more versatile you can be, that's always a good thing. That's always a blessing on both ends of the floor. If you can do more than just one thing, and your whole roster can do that. Our depth is crazy this year with our versatility. I don't know. I think that's why we're turning heads. I think that's why people are really keen on us more. And I say us, and it's my first time as a Fever.
No, you can
so
be
now I can
us.
say us.
It's
and
us,
so
yeah.
I really am just excited about not only
What I just tell you, man, she's super excited. Look at her. Look at her.
is crazy this year with our versatility. I don't know. I think that's why we're turning heads. I think that's why people are really keen on us more. And I say us, and it's my first time as a Fever.
No, you can
so
be
now I can
us.
say us.
It's
and
us,
so I really am just
She's
excited
excited,
about
bro.
not only what I can bring to the table, but as a whole, our versatility as a team is going to be huge.
You don't seem like somebody who shies away from the spotlight, if that's not been clear
Yeah,
here in
yeah.
5+ minutes of
I
this
know.
interview. But you know that the spotlight is extremely bright on this franchise right now. I mean, it is the franchise probably in all of women's sports right now.
Yeah.
I mean, how excited are you to kind of experience this movement that's happened so far? And what are the keys to navigating it?
I am really excited, and I didn't come here for the spotlight. I didn't come here to have more eyes. I came here to win, and I really do think that with the group that we have, that we are going to win. We are going to get a championship sooner than later, and I fully believe that. And I think our team and our staff, our front office, everyone believes that. It's a culture thing, and so I'm super excited for that. And I think honestly, just kind of what I've been through out in Phoenix with, um, you know kind of being at the end of Diana's career and all the attention that that's brought, stuff that Brittany Griner has gone through the past couple of years. Like, we know what that looks like, and I know this is times 20, so I'm not trying to minimize it, and I think it's amazing. And so there might be an adjustment period, but at the end of the day, I think this is a huge blessing. I think there's more eyes on the W more than ever. There's more eyes around the world on this team more than any team, I think, in the whole entire world. And so I think just like embracing it, but making sure that we stay tight knit. I'm a very big culture and relationship type of person. And so I think there's going to be a lot of noise, but if this culture right here in this locker room can be good, I think we're going to be all right.
We heard Kelly.
We're going to talk about that for sure. So the first thing she said, I didn't come here for the spotlight. I'm not here for the spotlight. I'm here to win. I'm here to win a championship. Number one, first and foremost, that's I love to hear that. Even though she knows at the back of her mind, the spotlight will be here. She is in the biggest women's franchise in women's sports right now. She knows that. She has, the phenom is here. She knows that. She knows who Caitlin Clark is. She embraces Caitlin Clark. See, this is the difference with Sophie Cunningham, and this is why I came to like Sophie Cunningham last year. When I saw the interaction with Caitlin Clark and I started peeping her game and watching, and I'm like, oh, okay, she wants to play with Caitlin. Instead of being like the other women in the league and fall into that category of let's do this and let's do that and hate, whatever you want to call it, not acknowledge Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham has acknowledged it, embraced it, and now she's a part of it because she wanted to be a part of it. Isn't that crazy how it works? And now her career is going to thrive. But all the ones who just keep on talking about are despising her and the fan base, this and that, and all the negative stuff towards Clark. We're going to see what happens this year and what position you guys end up in and things like that. No disrespect to anybody, but I'm just saying. It's just like, I respect Sophie Cunningham based off every time I've heard her speak about Caitlin, it's been on a high positive note. So I love that right there. And another thing is, Sophie Cunningham has been through it all. She's been in the league for 6 years. She understands that when you have a girl like Caitlin Clark, someone of this caliber, someone of this status, the noise will be there. On bad games, the noise is going to be there regardless. There's going to be negative talks if you're not playing good. There's going to be negative talks regardless. There's going to be positive talks. There's going to be talks to try to get you guys separated. There's going to be people who in the media who try to separate the locker room. Cheryl Swoops. Right? Sophie Cunningham knows that she has to keep the culture tight. Keep the locker room tight. Keep it within us. And that's how you take yourself to a good team, to an unstoppable championship team right there. That's high level IQ from a veteran you would call in this league right here. So love that. Wanted to point that out. Let's continue.
Tight knit. I'm a very big culture and relationship type of person. And so I think there's going to be a lot of noise, but if this culture right here in this locker room can be good, I think we're going to be all right.
We heard Kelly talk about protecting the locker room
Yeah.
this year. I mean, what does that mean to you?
You know what? I think there's always a lot of noise, right? But this is magnified to an extent that women's basketball has never seen before. And so I think that's why it is huge to have those relationships with not only your coaching staff, but with every single teammate. You don't have to be best friends, but you have to have each other's backs and you have to get along. And I think that's something that I love is the culture, because we're going to win games. We're going to lose games, hopefully not too many, but you're going to remember these types of moments. And so if you can really get to know and get that chemistry off the court and know your teammates, how they tick, what doesn't make them tick, I just think that's just a recipe for success on the court.
You're talking about playoffs a moment ago, and I think a player who has been through it can really only truly speak to this.
Yep.
The Fever went into the playoffs last year and had such little previous experience. They got some in that first round series with Connecticut. But you played in 15 playoff games. You've been to the WNBA finals. You've experienced a deep playoff run. How valuable is that experience that you have that not only you bring, but Dewana brings, Natasha brings, Sydney brings? There's a ton of playoff experience coming in here.
It's huge. And I think any player that you talk to around the league is, you can have the best team, but if you don't have playoff experience, that other team is going to win the majority of the time. And so I think they were really smart about bringing people who are experienced that. They know that we have the firepower to get there, but now you need the experience and the knowledge, and sometimes just like the calmness of how to kind of adjust through playoffs and the mindset, because it is a different beast. It's you can have a great regular season, but when it comes to playoffs, it's a shift, right? And if you've never been there, you don't know. And so for me, I'm glad I've experienced that. And you don't know what you don't know. Like I didn't know those were big deals to be in the playoffs and make a deep playoff run. I know it was a big deal to be in the finals and whatnot, but now kind of being 6 years in the league, you know that you need that type of stuff, and it's just different. You don't know until you don't know. I keep saying that because that's just the truth. And so the more that we can pour into the people who haven't been there and the rookies and all that type of stuff, I just think that's a really, really good thing.
It's almost hard to believe that training camp's going to begin here in about a month and a half, and things are going to really start moving quickly. So take me for you through what the next month or so looks like until you get here, and what will allow you to hit the ground running once you are.
Yeah, you know what? For me, it's been time to lock in, but now it's another level of lock in, and it's getting in 6 days a week, and I want to do that. And I think honestly, being here, I've already been motivated. Like I know this is a new, fresh start. I'm not in a box anymore. Like I can finally be free and be in an offense that I think that I can really thrive in and be around players who our mind is strictly on basketball and winning. So
She just confirmed everything I've been saying about her, how she's excited and she's in a new offense and she's just ready to work hard. I keep telling you guys, when you're in a situation she just said I was in a box. Now she could play her style. She's in the gym 6 days a week. She has a new spark. I told you guys, if I'm on the same team for 5 years, I'm running with the same dudes for 5 years. And I'm in an offense where I'm not thriving. And I get to go play with a free offense that has a young core, young point guard, just running the style I want to play. I got to get in shape. I'm ready. Let's go. I'm in the gym 6 days a week. Let's go. She has a new energy. She has new energy. She has a new why, a new spark to the game. And sometimes you need that. So very important. And I knew it. I called it. It's very important stuff.
Remotivated. I'm reflex anymore. Like I can finally be free
She
and
just-
being in offense
She just said I'm remotivated.
that I think that I can really thrive in and be around players who our mind is strictly on basketball and winning. So I'm just remotivated. I'm refocused. I feel like I'm back, to be honest. I got a nice tan and that always makes me feel good too. And so being here, honestly, it just makes me want to work even harder than what I've been doing. And so it's getting in the weight room, it's getting my conditioning, it's starting to play a little bit more 3-on-3, 5-on-5. So just kind of upping my ante.
Final question here. It's been really enjoyable for me to watch the fan base of this franchise and how they put their arms around new players and maybe players that they didn't always follow before. But you put on that jersey and you're a member of this fan base. So what would your message be? What is your message to all these new Fever fans who have been excited about the acquisition and are kind of getting to meet you a little bit for the first time here?
Oh gosh, well now I'm nervous. I don't even know what to say.
First off, look at the smile. Look at the smile. She's in the Indiana Fever jersey. Watch this. Listen.
What is your and you're a member that they didn't always follow before, but you put on that jersey and
You put on that jersey. Look at her smile. She is geeking. Bro, she's excited to be there. That's the number one. Look, when you want to be somewhere and you feel loved, there's nothing more exciting than that. There's no better feeling. She's loved. She feels it already. Look at her. This is the number one thing I'm taking away from her. Look at this smile.
you're a member of this fan base. So what would your message be? What is your message to all these new Fever fans who have been excited about the
Look at her.
acquisition and are kind of getting to meet you a little bit for the first time here?
Oh gosh, well now I'm nervous. I don't even know what to say, but to be honest, I am just so excited to be here. I'm from the Midwest, and so for me to kind of get back to my roots and be close to my family, I'm so excited. Like when I say that I am refreshed and I am motivated and I just like kind of feel like my spark is back. Everyone thinks I've been feisty. You've not even seen the feisty side of me yet, so this should be really fun. But for me, I'm excited to be closer to home. home. I'm excited to deep dive into the community of Indiana. I've already met a lot of really cool people. I'm excited to inspire the next generation of young boys and girls around here, get to know the cool people. I'm excited to inspire the next generation of young boys and girls around here, get to know the community more. But I promise you that I'm just ready to just like win. I'm ready to win. I'm ready for y'all to be there. But
Look at this.
to be honest, I am just so excited to be
She's excited, man.
here. I'm from the Midwest, and so for me to kind of get back to my roots and be close to my family, I'm so excited. Like when I say that I am refreshed and I am motivated, and I just like kind of feel like my spark is back.
My spark is back.
Things I've been feisty. You've not even seen the feisty side of me yet. So this
You haven't even seen the feistiness. She's ready to go. It's turn up time in Indiana, bro. It is turn up time in Indiana. You haven't even seen it. Yeah, it's time to turn up in Indy. Sophie Cunningham, Indiana Fever, it's go time. She's going to turn it up this year. She said you haven't even seen it. Look at her. I got to watch it again. The smile is, it's you're killing me over here. It's too much. You're going to be a fan favorite, Sophie. No wonder those jerseys sold out. You're going to be a fan favorite, Sophie.
I'm from the Midwest, and so for me to kind of get back to my roots and be close to my family, I'm so excited. Like when I say that I am refreshed and I am motivated, and I just like kind of feel like my spark is back. Everyone thinks I've been feisty. You've not even seen the feisty side of me yet, so this should be really fun.
You haven't even seen it. You haven't even seen it, brother. I'm excited. I need the season to start as of yesterday. I really, really do. So, Sophie Cunningham, she's excited. She has a new spark. She's energized. She says we haven't even seen anything yet, meaning like she's refocused. She's locked in. She's going to be in the gym 6 days a week. She's ready to go. She's in a new offense that fits her style. She's not in a box anymore. She can be free as far as not just playing the one-on-one ball, standing around. Let's cut a little bit. Let's backdoor. Let's slash. She said, I'm going to knock down my threes. I'm going to be working on defense. I know Coach Stephanie White's going to have me locked in on the defensive side. She's going to be in shape. She's running up and down the court. She's going to be looking for those Caitlin Clark outlook passes for sure. She's going to have a higher opportunity to score the ball and be more of a go-to player in this offense. Right? Super excited. She's back home with the family. She's from the Midwest. You know, she feels at home. She feels the love from the fans. She understands that she's going to be the energy to the team. She's going to be feisty. She's going to be calm. She's going to keep the culture tight within the locker room, within this team. She's been through the 6 years with Phoenix. She understands, hey, look, whatever happens, we got to stay tight as a group, win or lose. We're not going to win every game, but we got to stay tight. We got to know what we're about, what the Indiana Fever are. We're family here. We got to have each other's backs. I'm going to have my teammates' back, she said. She's not letting that fly. She's going to stick up for her teammates. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I'm excited for training camp to get going. She understands her role. Like I said, she's locked in. There's not much else to say. Sophie Cunningham, welcome to the Indiana Fever. Super excited about you on this team. I know you're going to kill it. I love the interview, and I love your spark, your joy, your smile, your happiness, your excitement, passion for the game, and you know, in your competitiveness is a whole different topic. But the way you carry yourself as a pro, I don't really see you in any drama, and yeah, you stuck up for CC through this whole thing. I think you played your cards right. You're on the right side of it now. And I saw your training clips. We reacted to it. You're looking good. Sophie Cunningham looked like her shot. She hasn't missed a beat. She's knocking stuff down. She's working with Keith Porter. And like she said, man, we got to be a family here. So I'm excited for Sophie Cunningham. I know you guys are as well. I'm going to get out of here. Got some other videos to get to. I appreciate you guys. Anybody who's been subscribing, commenting, I appreciate it. Keep on. I'll get back to you guys in the comment section. Make sure you guys like the video. Let me know what you guys are excited for this year as well. I wonder, like I said, if a couple other players are going to get presses or anything like that, or interviews or welcoming situations. I'm not sure. Hopefully they do. I'd love for the Indiana Fever to welcome all players before we get into training camp, which we still have a month and a half to do so. And I think it's best we treat everyone as family, continue to show what the Indiana Fever fans are about, continue to buy those jerseys, continue to buy tickets, and continue to support the franchise. So that's what I got. I'm going to catch you guys on the next video. I'm out. By the way, make sure you guys get a workout in today. I know I forget to tell you guys. Make sure you guys go on a walk, drink some good water, do some push-ups, some pull-ups, go do some type of activity, go on a hike, swimming, whatever you guys got to do. Make sure you guys get some type of fitness in. I'm going to catch you on the next video. I'm out.